Adolf Hitler's autobiography has been republished in Germany for the first time in more than 70 years. Mein Kampf, or in English, My Struggle, had been effectively banned since the end of the Second World War. Well, we are joined by Dr. Helmut Schmitz, a reader in German studies at the University of Warwick. Dr. Schmitz, thanks very much for joining us. It's a very significant moment, isn't it, for Germany?
Yes, because it's the first critical edition of the entire text. And therefore, on an academic level, this is very significant.
Well, certainly, copies of Mein Kampf have been freely available in second-hand bookshops. You've been able to access digital copies of it almost since the invention of e-reading. So, what is it about this latest version of it, this contextualising of National Socialism?
Well, what you have is the entire text plus a critical apparatus of some 3,500 notes and accompanying explanations. So the whole text will be about 2,000 pages long, I think, or it is about 2,000 pages long, as opposed to the 780 odd pages of the Hitler's original text.
And interesting
and
also...
So, for the first time...
Oh, sorry, carry on, Doctor.
Sorry? Well, so for the first time, it'll be freely available as a text to study for basically academic and scientific purposes.
Indeed, the German education minister has said that
Yes.
This book should be distributed to all pupils. It does give a measure of just how far the German society has come, that they are now willing to examine this particular text in forensic detail, indeed to pass it to children to perform that forensic examination.
Yes, I doubt that it'll be read outside academic environments widely, because it is as a text, it is a very, very turgid and dull text. But for academic purposes and for study purposes, I think this is a very good occasion.
Still, Doctor, do you understand why there has been criticism coming from, amongst others, Israel, also from a former president of the Central Council of Jews in Germany? Can you understand why they might not be so pleased to see this book re-entering the public domain again, in such a fashion anyway?
Absolutely. Particularly, I understand it is Holocaust survivors who are particularly upset and bitter about this, and I do absolutely understand their objection to this, as it is they see it as a source for their plight and their suffering. However, the current president of the Council for German Jews, the Central Council for German Jews, has said that he sees no problems with this particular edition, and the current legal situation in Germany. Under the current legal framework, it is still possible, I understand, to prosecute non-critical editions and to prohibit them.
For those who have not come across Mein Kampf, there can't be particularly many, explain its significance. Written before Adolf Hitler came to power, you can see the crimes that he later committed laid bare there in the text.
Yes, and of course, if you want, it is something like the Bible for National Socialism, and so it's the foundational text, and it was read widely in the Third Reich, and the Allied after the war, the Allies estimated some 12 million Germans possessed a copy of this book. And so, from within National Socialism, it is a very important key text.
Dr. Schmitz, you are, of course, now based at the University of Warwick. Is it at all
Yes.
dangerous for Mein Kampf to be released at a time when Germany, given events in Cologne, where I believe you're from, given those events, show that Germany is a country struggling to come to terms with refugees, with the migrant crisis? Is there any danger in this book being released in this form at the moment?
Well, I mean, to give you an example, in the Library of Berlin records 2 requests to have Mein Kampf delivered into the reading room on an annual basis. And although you have to sign a piece of paper that you declare that you will only look at this book for academic purposes, I think in general there is pretty little demand of a wide readership for this text. With respect to the far right, I would say that the German neo-Nazis, those German neo-Nazis whom we might be afraid of, they already possess a copy of this book. And also, I would agree with a number of noted German historians have argued that it is quite inconceivable that a republication of Mein Kampf might incite anybody afresh to Nazi ideology. And if you wanted to be basically, if you wanted to be on the far right today in Germany, I think you would get your ideology from more contemporary sources than from Mein Kampf.
Indeed. Dr. Helmut Schmitz, reader in German Studies at the University of Warwick, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.